Hello students of class ninth. Now I am taking your first chapter cell. First of all, we discuss about some introduction of cell. Cell is defined as it is basic structural and functional unit of life. It means all living organism including plants, animals and other are made up of cell. The branch of biology which deals with the study of cell structure and their function is known as cytology. Robert Hooke is the scientist who first discovered the cork cell. Leeuwenhoek is the scientist who first discovered living cell and first seen living cell with the help of microscope. This living cell is bacteria. The largest cell is ostrich cell. The smallest cell is mycoplasma, which is also called PPLO, that is pleuropneumonia like organism. The largest cell is nerve cell, which is found in animals. The scientist Purkinje, who first gave the concept of protoplasm. Protoplasm is the living material of the cell, which include cytoplasm and nucleus. Both these components of cell is provide life to the cell, thus called living material. Now we discuss about cell theory. Cell theory provide the basic concept of cell. Number of scientists contribute their contribution in the cell theory. Some important scientists are: first is Sleeden, which gave his cell theory in 1838. His cell theory states that all plants are made up of cell. Next scientist who also play a very important role in the cell theory is Swan, which gave his cell theory after 1 year, that is in 1839, and state that all plant and animals are composed of cell. The modified form of cell theory first proposed by Robert Virchow, who gave the modified form of cell theory, which state that all cells are arising from pre-existing cells. He also gave an aphorism, that is omnis cellula a cellula, which means all cells are arising from pre-existing cells. One thing is the exception of cell theory, that is virus, because the body of virus is non-cellular. It have only genetic material which shows living behavior when contact with living cell. On the basis of number of cell present in the body of living organism, Living organism may be of two types, that is unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular living organism are that type of living organism which have only single cell in their body and complete all metabolic activities in that particular cell. For example, bacteria and protozoa. Multicellular organism are that type of organism in which their body is made up of multiple cells, for example animals and plant. On the basis of living organism present in the earth, cell mainly of two type, animal cell and plant cell. On the basis of nucleus present in the cell may be of two type, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. The prokaryotic cell have primitive type of nucleus, that is nuclear membrane is absent, due to which their nuclear content is mixed with the cytoplasm. This type of nucleus is called nucleoid, which is mainly present in bacteria and cyanobacteria. Eukaryotic cell is the advanced type of cell in which well-developed nucleus is present. For example, plant cell and animal cell. Now we discuss about cell membrane. Cell membrane is the outermost boundary of animal cell and innermost boundary of plant cell. It is mainly composed of glycoprotein and phospholipid. Structure of cell membrane. The structure of cell membrane is mainly composed of glycoprotein and phospholipid. This structure of cell membrane is described by a number of scientists. The most acceptable structure of cell membrane given in the form of model, which is well known as fluid mosaic model. The fluid mosaic model is explained by the Sanger and Nicholson in 1972. According to this model, glycoprotein and phosphate are present in zigzag pattern or irregular pattern, like mosaic pattern in the lipid. That is, protein, phosphate are float in condition in lipid fluid. Now we discuss about function of cell membrane. First function, the cell membrane is acting as selectively permeable membrane, that is, it selects the entry of nutrient inside the cell or outside. It means those nutrients which are required inside the cell can enter inside the cell through cell membrane, and those are not required cannot enter inside the cell. Another function is diffusion. Diffusion is the movement of solid or gaseous molecule from its higher concentration to its lower concentration through cell membrane. Another function is osmosis. Osmosis is the movement of liquid material or water from its higher concentration to its lower concentration through cell membrane. According to the direction, osmosis may be of two types: exosmosis and endosmosis. Exosmosis is the type of osmosis in which water material or liquid material move outside the cell. Endosmosis is the type of osmosis in which liquid or water material enter inside the cell. Now we discuss about solution. You know very well about solution. Solution is the mixture of solute and solvent. Solute are solid material which can dissolve in the solvent like water and other organic solvent. Solvent are the material which can dissolve solute particle or other solid particle. Solution mainly of three types: hypertonic solution, hypotonic solution and isotonic solution. Hypertonic solution are that type of solution in which solute concentration is much greater. Hypotonic solution is that type of solution in which solute concentration is less than hypertonic condition. Isotonic solution is that type of solution in which concentration of solute is equal in both sides of the cell, that is inside the cell and outside the cell. Now we discuss about effect of these three type of solution on cell. When a cell is kept in hypertonic solution, then exosmosis takes place. That means under the effect of hypertonic solution, movement of liquid material or water takes place outside the cell and cell becomes shrink. Under the effect of hypotonic solution, endosmosis takes place, that is movement of water or liquid material inside the cell, which result swelling or turgid condition of the cell. Isotonic solution is that type of solution which cannot any effect on the cell. Now we discuss about cell wall. Cell wall is the outermost covering of plant cell and is mainly made up of cellulose or hemicellulose. It is very thick and hard, rigid and non-living, thus provide protection and support to the plant cell. It only present in plant cell and absent in animal cell. Due to this reason, the animal body is more flexible to the plant. Now we discuss about cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is the jelly-like substance present around the nucleus in the cell. It consists of water and other solute like protein and sugar. Many biochemical reactions such as catabolic reactions, are taking place inside the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm differentiate the boundary of cell and nucleus. Cytoplasm is also acting as a medium for transport of nutrients or other essential component inside the cell or outside the cell. Now we discuss about nucleus. Nucleus is called brain of the cell or headquarter of the cell because it control all activity of the cell. Nucleus discovered by Robert Brown. Nucleus is the double membranous structure which containing nucleic acid in the form of fluid called nucleoplasm. Nucleoplasm is fluid-like substance like cytoplasm but present in the nucleus. Nucleic acid is the nucleoplasm, that is, in the sense the nature of nucleoplasm is acidic and hence called nucleic acid. Nucleic acid mainly of two types, DNA and RNA. DNA is the deoxyribonucleic acid which mainly present in the nucleus, whereas RNA is ribonucleic acid which mainly found in the cytoplasm. Nucleolus is the another organelle which present inside the nucleus and mainly responsible for formation of RNA. RNA is formed in the nucleolus but mainly found in cytoplasm because their functional role takes place in the cytoplasm. Now we discuss about cell organelles which are distributed in the cytoplasm. The first cell organelle is endoplasmic reticulum, which is in short called ER. It is a network-like structure and is double membranous which present around the nucleus in the cytoplasm. It present in all eukaryotic cell. The main function of endoplasmic reticulum is to transport the protein. It also help in the synthesis of protein, lipid, hormones and cholesterol. The next function of endoplasmic reticulum is it provide endoskeleton to the cell. Endoplasmic reticulum basically of two types, rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum, in short known as RER, and mainly present around the nucleus, whereas smooth endoplasmic reticulum mainly distributed in the cytoplasm. The surface of rough endoplasmic reticulum is rough due to presence of lysosome on the outer surface. Lysosome is absent in the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, thus their surface is smooth. Lysosome is the cell organelle which contain number of digestive enzymes which can digest all type of materials present inside and outside the cell. If any type of damage created inside the cell, which can damage the membrane of lysosome. Then their digestive enzymes are digest the cell organelles of the same cell present. Thus, lysosome is called suicidal bag of the cell. The next function of lysosome is it is also called disposable bag of the cell or disposable system of the cell because it disposes or destroy all waste material present in the cell. Thus, lysosome is serve as intracellular digestive system. The next cell organelle is mitochondria. Mitochondria is the double membranous structure and called powerhouse of the cell because cellular respiration takes place in the mitochondria, which produce cellular energy in the form of ATP. ATP is the adenosine triphosphate. This energy is used in the cell for different purpose. Mitochondria is the semi-autonomous cell organelle because it have its own DNA and ribosome and control their metabolic activities. Such type of cell organelle which have its own DNA and ribosome are known as semi-autonomous cell organelle such as mitochondria, plastid, chloroplast, etc. Now we discuss about Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus is the another cell organelle which is double membranous and it is consist of vesicles, cisternae, which forms vacuole-like structures. It mainly help in the formation of lysosome, complex sugar, lipid, melanins, and in storage, modification, and packaging of product in form of vesicles. That is the main function of Golgi apparatus is packaging and dispatching of materials in the form of vesicles. Now we discuss about plastid. Plastid is the cell organelle which is double membranous and provide different colors to the plant cell, that is it is mainly present in plant cell and absent in animal cell. Plastid may be of three types: chromoplast, chloroplast and leucoplast. Chromoplast are the type of plastid which provide different color to the plant such as flower color and fruit colors and some other colors except green. All colored structure which are present in plant are due to the presence of this type of plastid which is called chromoplast. Chloroplast is the another type of plastid which provide green color to the plant. That is all green structure which are present in the plant due to the presence of chloroplast. Chloroplast contain fluid called chlorophyll, which is also involved in the process of photosynthesis, with the help of which plant make their own food. Leucoplast is the another type of uh, plastid which provide white color to the plant. Now we discuss about vacuole. Vacuole is the large sac-like structure present in the plant cell, and it covers about 80% area of the plant cell. It also present in animal cell, but in the form of small droplets and very less amount. The main function of vacuole are it acting as storage sac because it store amino acids, sugar, various organic acids and some proteins. It also acting as vesicle of cell sap, that is, it provide turgidity and rigidity to the plant cell. Now last cell organelle of the cell is microtubule. Microtubule is the tubular structure which is non-cellular and present both in plant cell and animal cell. Microtubule mainly play very important role during cell division. When cell divide, it form spindle fiber for the division of nucleus and mainly responsible for division of chromosome. Students, now the chapter first is finished. We discuss later about chapter second, which is tissue. Thank you.